Hello. And thanks for watching. If you are seeing this video, then congratulations. It means that you have been accepted into the ranks of the most elite, the most neat, and best to eat meat on Fleet Street Skeety Treat Corporation that EVE Online has to offer. Independent Coalition. Okay, so the name isn't that imaginative, but bear with me here. Independent Coalition is a corporation with a long and storied history. It was founded like a million years ago, by that driveway guy and his friend. Nobody actually knows his name in game or out of game, so we'll call him the Man, or TM for short. The Man is a benevolent man, unless he's a woman, in which case he's probably a man, as well. Nobody knows for sure, but our experts, using the latest science, believe that he may be absolutely immortal. But enough about him. Independent Coalition's history goes far beyond any single man. Independent Coalition, or IC for short, as you may absolutely not call it, has been an integral part of EVE history, and a member of some of the most prestigious alliances. In the beginning, there were the before times. Before this video's writer was a part of IC. But let's skip that bullshit and head straight to the good parts. In the beginning, there was Omega. IC was a part of this small, but brave little alliance. Omega. Single-handedly defeated the terrible Atlas Alliance and took over Wicked Creek, a rich and plentiful region. Or maybe they rented like 3 systems in it from Atlas or something. Whatever. Not important. Unfortunately, Omega. Space was soon invaded by the French of all people, ironically. Homeless and helpless, IC and the other Omega. Corporations were forced to seek asylum with their neighbor and fellow punctuation-loving Broseph. Primary. Occupied the eastern third of Scalding Pass, a barren wasteland that has been a breeding ground for a number of terrible beasts and unholy abominations released onto the EVE universe, including, at one point, Gunswarm. This wasteland of a region, sandwiched between Yormother, Curse, Wicked Creek, and the not-so-great Wildlands, was so bad that at one point, Primary. Attempted to get space in Esoteria of all places, by assisting Systematic Chaos, a well-known and almost universally despised kitten-killing group. Unfortunately, the Poles, in fact a coven of male Polish witches, prevented this from happening. Primary. And IC was forced to move back to their beloved wasteland, which the French were once again unfortunately shitting up again. Anyway, soon enough the Russians poured into the wasteland, as Russians often do, and forced Primary. Out. IC was forced to join a cult for a while, the infamous Honorable Templum of Alcedonia. But opportunity came knocking, when IC was invited to join the esteemed Test Alliance. Please ignore. Their leader, the rich and cunning Montolio, offered to whisk us away to decline on his magical unicorn or a freighter or something. This offer confused the IC leadership, as at this point IC had been in decline for quite some time. Sorry. Joking aside, IC followed the esteemed alliance into their new home in the north. This would mark the first time that IC would be a part of the glorious and esteemed Northern Coalition. Not only the Northern Coalition, but the Decline Coalition. Independent Coalition would be a member of the Decline Coalition, which was a member of the Northern Coalition. It's coalitions all the way down, baby. Anyway, this is where it gets hazy. Let's just say some things happened, some people did some stuff, and took some actions, and after one steamy week with the esteemed Testies, IC was no longer a part of Test Alliance. It had nothing to do with this video's writer, if you're thinking that. Stop judging me and looking at my shirt pocket nipples. Right, so anyway, IC then joined another NC member in decline, Own Alliance. Despite the name, Own Alliance royally sucked. Their leader was some sort of coked-up monkey who spent the Alliance's money on strippers and bananas. In fact, he made the strippers do unspeakable things with the bananas. Despite having considerable moon income, Own had no ship replacement program and it cost a fuck-ton to be in the Alliance. IC soon left, and turned their sights east once again, to recently conquered Geminid. Despite the region's name, There were no gems, and IC once again found itself in a barren wasteland. Fuck. IC's next alliance was Demon Hunters. And this is where the video's author gets very confused. Are they people who hunt demons, or are they demons who happen to be hunters? Why the fuck would you name an alliance in an internet spaceship game Demon Hunters anyway? There are no demons and no hunting. It sounded like something a 12-year-old would come up with. The mystery was soon solved. Shortly after joining, the members of IC got to see their new alliance's leader work his magic. And by magic, I mean alliance mails in broken English sent out every 2 hours, in bright colors and usually all capital letters. The mystery was solved. It was indeed a 12-year-old who was leading the alliance. Man, NC really needs to vet its guess better. But that's besides the point. On top of that, this alliance also cost a fuck ton to be a part of and was only slightly better than OWN in terms of leadership and member quality. By this point, the man, leader of IC, was soon becoming frustrated and quite poor as well. So he decided to say fuck everything and merged IC into another corporation, North Star Cabal, apparently a longtime friend from the before times. They are a member of Rage, which is a full NC member. The members moved over to the new corporation and lived happily ever after. The end. You may be asking why I made a mock recruitment video for a corporation that is no longer active. Good question. I don't know. Oops. Well, bye.